Hi, my dear children. How are you all? Are you safe at home? My dear children, please obey your parents. Don't give them trouble. You know very well that we all are facing problem with COVID-19 now. So let us pray the Almighty to destroy the dangerous virus from the earth and help us to lead a healthy and peaceful life. Okay, now let us go to our lesson. I hope you might have watched 6th standard English videos through NADAR'S vibrant e-learning platform. We had completed Unit 1. Unit 1 consists of a lesson about sea turtles, a poem about the crocodile, and a supplementary about an owlie. So in Unit 1, we have learnt about animals and birds, their nature and habitat. You would have understood the importance to protect them and not to hurt or hunt them. In Unit 2, we are going to learn about plants and trees. My dear children, you might have studied in science about the importance and uses of trees. Trees are the best friends of humanity. They purify air and provide fruits, wood, etc. to human beings. They provide food for birds and animals also. Many creatures make their habitat on trees. The topic of this lesson is When the Trees Walk, written by Ruskin Bond. Let me share some information about the author. Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May in the year 1934. He is an Indian author of British descent. The meaning for descent is the origin or background of a person in terms of family or nationality. His parents were Edith Clark and Aubrey Alexander Bond. Ruskin Bond is an award-winning Indian author. He has written more than 500 books, short stories, essays, and novels. He writes poetry and books for children as well as adults. He lives with his adopted family in Lander in Mussoorie, India. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Now let us go to the warm-up session. Children, look at this picture and describe it. You can begin like this by saying, this picture is about tree and its uses. We can see children, birds, monkeys, a squirrel, fruits and houses in this picture. Can you count and tell how many children are there? Yes, there are 11 children. What are they doing? Describe their activities. Some are playing in the swing. A boy is trying to pluck a fruit from the tree. A girl is watching the bird's nest by sitting on the branch of the tree. Another boy is sitting and reading a book on the tree. Few children are trying to climb the tree. Would you like to be in their place? Yes, of course. Everyone wants to be there. What would you enjoy the most? I would enjoy playing in the swing. Section 1, the title is When the Trees Walk. Children, you may have a doubt about the title and ask a question. Can trees walk? The trees cannot walk, but when we plant a tree, they grow and their seeds are dispersed by wind, water, animals, birds, and explosion in different places and get multiplied. They serve a great purpose for the living beings. Now listen to your teacher read the first part of the story. Many things described in the story can be seen in the picture. Find and name them. Children, take out your rough note and note down the meanings. It's very important. Let's go to the lesson. One morning, while I was sitting beside grandfather on the veranda steps, veranda means balcony. Beside means next to. Here, I refers to the author Ruskin Bond. He is the narrator of the story. I noticed the tendril of a creeping vine trailing nearby. Tendril means a thread like part of a creeping plant, often in a spiral form, supporting it by clinging to or coiling around an object. Trailing means moving slowly. One morning, when the author was sitting next to his grandfather on the veranda steps, he noticed the tendril of a creeping vine moving slowly near them. As we sat there in the soft sunshine of a North Indian winter, winter is the coldest season. I saw the tendril moving slowly towards grandfather. As we both sat in the pleasant sunshine during the winter season, I saw the tendril moving slowly towards my grandfather. 20 minutes later, it had crossed the step and was touching his feet. After 20 minutes, the tendril moved forward, it crossed the step and it was touching my grandfather's feet. There is probably a scientific explanation for the plant's behavior. Something to do with light and warmth, perhaps. But I like to think it moved across the steps simply because it wanted to be near grandfather. Children, it's a scientific fact that plants always move towards light and warmth to grow. But the tendril that moved across the steps did not really move in search of sunlight or warmth. It moved towards grandfather because it wanted to be near him. One always felt like drawing close to him. Here, drawing means attracting. Not only plants and trees, even humans were attracted towards him because he was such a lovely person. Sometimes, when I sat by myself beneath a tree, beneath means under a tree, I would feel rather lonely. But as soon as grandfather joined me, the garden became a happy place. When I sat under a tree, I felt that I was alone. But as soon as grandfather joined me, the garden became a happy place. So, grandfather's arrival not only made the plants and trees in the garden happy, it made me also happy. Even I was so happy on his arrival. Grandfather had served many years in the Indian Forest Service, and it was natural that he should know trees and like them. Children, the main duty of an IFS officer is to manage forests, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, etc. Having been worked in IFS, it's quite natural that he likes trees very much and knows about them very well. On his retirement, he built a bungalow on the outskirts of Dehradun. Retirement means stop working. Bungalow is a one-storied house. Outskirts means the outer parts of a town or a city. Dehradun is located in the Doon Valley on the foothills of the Himalayas, nestled between the river Ganges on the east and the river Yamuna on the west. After he stopped working, grandfather built a one-storied house on the outer parts of Dehradun. Planting trees all around, lime, mango, orange and guava, also eucalyptus, jacaranda and Persian lilacs. He planted lemon trees, mango trees, orange and guava trees. He also planted eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a tall tree originally from Australia. It produces an oil that is used in medicines. The next one is jacaranda. It is an American tree that has blue trumpet-shaped flowers, fern-like leaves and fragrant timber. And Persian lilacs. It is an Asiatic shrub having fragrant lilac flowers. The Doon Valley was fertile. The plants and trees grew tall and strong. Valley means a low area of land between hills or mountains. You might have come across this word in social science, isn't it? Fertile means able to produce a lot of plants or crops. As the Doon Valley was able to produce a lot of plants and trees, they grew tall and strong. There were other trees in the compound before the house was built, including an old peepal tree that had forced its way through the walls of an abandoned outhouse. Children, peepal tree is a huge Indian tree like the banyan held sacred by the Hindus. Abandoned means left without care. Outhouse, it is a small building close to a house. Before the house was built, there were many trees, including an old peepal tree in the compound. The peepal tree broke through the walls of an abandoned outhouse, knocking the bricks down with its vigorous growth. Vigorous meaning healthy and strong growth. Peepal trees are great show-offs. It means to behave in such a way to attract others' attention. Even when there is no breeze, their broad-chested, slim-waisted leaves will spin like tops, determined to attract your attention and invite you into the shade. Grandmother had wanted the peepal tree cut down, but grandfather had said, "Let it be. We can always build another outhouse." Grandmother wanted to cut down the peepal tree, as it was damaging the walls of the outhouse. But grandfather decided not to, as he thought he could build another outhouse. Grandmother didn't mind trees, but she preferred growing flowers and was constantly ordering catalogs and seeds. Grandmother did not pay attention to trees, but she liked growing flowers and was always ordering catalogs and seeds. Catalogs means a book containing details of items for sale. Grandfather helped her out with the gardening not because he was crazy about flower gardens, but because he liked watching butterflies. Grandfather helped grandmother in gardening not because he liked flower gardens, but he liked watching butterflies. And that's only one way to attract butterflies, he said, and that is to grow flowers for them. Grandfather said the only way to attract butterflies is to grow flowers for them. Children, do you know butterflies are attracted to bright flowers to feed on nectar? When they do this, their bodies collect pollen and carry it to other plants. This helps fruits, vegetables, and flowers to produce new seeds. Children, now let us write the answer for this. Do you remember the things we came across in this session? Find the things described in section 1 and name them. Number 1, mango tree. Number 2, bungalow. Number 3, author. Number 4, grandfather. Number 5, plants. Number 6, butterflies. Number 7, creeping vine. Number 8, eucalyptus tree. Number 9, lime tree. Number 10, flowers. Thank you, children. Let us see in the next session. Obey your parents. Take care. Have a good day ahead.